Now, Bassem, I wanted to turn to you here because you too have really spoken a lot about what's happening on these college campuses. And you've said before that the Israel-Palestinian conflict is today felt more on the college campuses, in fact, than in Jerusalem or Ramallah. Why do you think the conflict has moved to these campuses, and do you feel the students are well informed about their efforts?
Yeah, thank you very much. Since 5 years ago, I am a person who's making between 5 to 7 tours a year to the campuses in the United States. I was threatened, and sometimes I used to say that it is much more secure for myself to be in Jericho rather than to be in New York. And unfortunately, I am feeling the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, not in Ramallah, by the way, but only on the campuses of the United States, mainly in the United States, much more than in Europe, by the way. I used to say sometimes what the BDS will do if Israel one day will decide to boycott the Palestinian workers. Will the BDS start looking for jobs for us in Germany and in Brussels and in US? What really the BDS will do? Then the BDS will be jobless, by the way, because they have nothing to do. And I used to say that originally those thugs and gangsters, which called the BDS, are people who used to be jobless and they found jobs. And unfortunately, they found jobs forever, because the Israeli-Palestinian conflict looks like that it is going to keep for a long time. Because in my opinion, and I used to say it to the Palestinians face to face, that we, the Palestinians, almost killed the two-state solution. The Palestinian Authority is not interested to build a state. The Palestinian Authority don't want a state, because without a state, you can continue corrupting your people financially and politically. Friends, 2 years ago, 20 students from different universities in South Africa has been invited to Israel to come and to see if Israel is really an apartheid or not. And these people came for a trip for 7 days. They went to the north, to the center, to the south. They met Palestinians, they met Israeli Arabs, and they met Jewish people. When these people decided to come on a trip to Israel, they have been contacted by the BDS movement in South Africa. And the BDS movement tried to put pressure on them to cancel their trip to Israel. Because if they will come to Israel, they will discover the truth. And this is what the BDS is trying to hide all the time. At the end, what's happened? At the end, the BDS offered each of those students $4,000 to cancel their trip to Israel. In $4,000, you can live for 3 years in South Africa. From where the BDS obtaining is such a huge amount of money? From where? This is a factory of money. A factory of money. These people traveling from LA to Boston to come and to demonstrate against me in the campuses. Who is flying them? Who's giving them the money? And in the meantime, they are the slogan of the BDS that freedom of speech is a holy right. But not for Bassem Eid, only for the BDS. I am not allowed to speak as a Palestinian. They want to speak on behalf of me. So make sure that these people are just using us. They have never ever helped us. As any other countries and any other leaders around the world who are just using the Palestinians without helping them. We are suffering from the world. We are not suffering from Israel, by the way. We are suffering from the leaders of the world, from the so-called international organizations that they are claiming that they are helping the Palestinians. I think that these people, if they are leaders or countries or organizations, should have to give up and to leave us. Because we know exactly what is our problem, and we know exactly how to solve it without the intervention of anyone around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.